Hey everybody! I know it seems like I'm wearing the same clothes every single day, but it's not because I'm doing all these reviews and videos together because I've got time right now in my busy schedule. But now I'm going to review The Color Purple, which was the very last show that I saw on my New York trip. If anybody doesn't know the story of The Color Purple, it's basically about these two sisters, and they both kind of had a rough upbringing. And then Celie, who's the main character, she's kind of just gone through this, like, really, really traumatic life. She marries this guy she doesn't love. He beats her. He takes her sister away from her. So it's basically she's just got this really, really tragic and trying life, but she always keeps her faith. And then, she ends up finding love and loss, and she finds the ability to stand up for herself and make her life what she wants it to be, instead of constantly being controlled by others. So yeah, that's the story in a nutshell of The Color Purple. The cast, I will go through them now. Sorry, that was my phone. I will go through them now, who I saw in the cast. I saw the amazing Tony Award winning Cynthia Erivo as Celie, and she deserved that Tony Award. I think really just a lot of people deserved it this year, but I'm happy that she got it because, like I said, everybody deserved it, but her performance was no exception. She definitely deserved it. She was just so amazing. She did the original production of this version of The Color Purple over in London, and they brought her over with the Broadway production, and it's easy to see why. She just moves everybody who sees her to tears. Just incredible voice, vocal acrobatics that she's doing, and her acting is just heartbreaking. So Cynthia Erivo, and then Heather Headley, who I got to see as the witch in Into the Woods, and she's known for Aida, back in the early 2000s, and she kind of stepped away from Broadway for a while, but now she's back, and I saw her as Shug Avery, and she was absolutely brilliant. The acting choices she made were all just spot on. It was a very different interpretation of Shug Avery, but it was all the same in terms of how potent her performance was and just the gravity that it has on you. So, yeah, Heather Headley. And then Danielle Brooke. No, I did not see Danielle Brooke. Sorry, I was just reading down the playbill. I got to see... where did she go? Carla R. Stewart as Sophia, because Danielle Brooks was out for filming Orange is the New Black. And she was wonderful, really funny. I could tell she found her own little bits with the role and not just trying to copy Danielle. So it was really great to see her performance. And then I saw... keep having to find it. I saw Ken Robinson, who was the understudy for Mr. I saw him as Mr. And he was great. And that character, unfortunately, is not extremely forgivable, but he did a really good job with it, and you could definitely see that his character did have a journey towards the end of the show. And then Kyle Scatliff played Harpo. He was super funny. His line readings were great. The chemistry he had with Carla was really great. It was really sweet. And he had this great line that I love so much, and it's when he's talking to his dad about Sophia. Just his line reading was perfect. And he's like, I tell her you're supposed to be at home with me. Then she's like, well, I'm going to go visit my sister and take the kids. And he's like, well, your place is supposed to be here with me. And then he just goes, then he, talking as Sophia, is just like, she says, you won't come? Oh, that was just so funny to me. And that line is just perfection. Who else? Someone please tell me how to pronounce her name, because I never know and I don't want to say it wrong and sound like really, really stupid. So I'm just going to show her name. She played Nettie. She was also in The Wild Party at City Center Encore. So please, please, please comment how to pronounce her name, because I don't want to say it wrong and offend anybody, and I would probably butcher it if I even tried. But anyway, she was amazing, really, really great. Her chemistry with Cynthia was so sweet. You could tell that they were sisters and they really, really loved each other. Then we have got the church ladies, Carrie Compere, who was one of the church ladies. Super, super funny. All the church ladies. I'm just going to say all the church ladies. Then we had Bree Jackson. And who was the last church lady? Where'd they go? I forgot her. How can I forget? Rima Webb. So all three of the church ladies were great. They sounded fierce. They were so funny in their commentary, just like the gossipy feel they had. And then they really, really got to show off their vocal chops in the opening number, which was, I believe it's just called Sunday Morning. It's Huckleberry Pie. I'm thinking of the original cast album. In the original cast album, the opening number, Huckleberry Pie and Mysterious Ways, are like combined, and this one they separate them. But during Mysterious Ways, the church ladies got to show off their voice. I was super excited to see Carrie Compere, because I got to see her as the dragon on the national tour of Shrek. So the church ladies were great. And then I also wanted to give a little shout out to Patrice Covington, who was playing Squeak, and that's a little teeny tiny character, but she is just so hilarious, you guys. Her line readings, and I can't even just like replicate it for you. Like, listen to the cast album or go see the show just to hear her line readings. It's so funny. She plays kind of like the other woman to Harpo and Sophia's relationship, and she's just so funny, and she's got a big mouth. Just everything that she does, and just go see it and like listen for her, because that voice that she does is just perfect. So yeah, that's basically all of the cast for The Color Purple. And I'll talk about the design, the set design. It was, the whole purpose of this production was to kind of scale it down from the original. The original was like criticized for being like too much and too Broadway for this story. But this one they really scaled it down, and it's like a bare stage, and it's like all like hardwood floor looking across it. And really the only things that are ever on stage in terms of props is they use chairs for like everything. And there are like some baskets and like some cloth for different scenes and stuff. So it was extremely minimal, but and then also bringing in John Doyle's direction. John Doyle, what he wanted to do is really focus on the story and bring that out and focus on the relationships of these strong women, and he didn't want it overblown or distracting with all this other stuff. So yeah, it really, really worked for this production, and it made me really, really curious, because I believe most of like John Doyle's stuff, other than sometimes one of his things is he'll have actors play their own instruments. That was not how this show was done. But he does like to kind of go back and focus on just the material itself and allow his design elements to really focus on that and just strip everything else away. And it really, really worked with The Color Purple, and I agree with what a lot of people were saying, that this revival production was actually an improvement on the original, and just all great, great, great performances. I urge you all to please, please, please go see it, because it's so good. It's so heartwarming, and I mean, even if you get through Act 1 and you're just like, I don't know if this show is for me, stay all the way through, if only to hear Cynthia Erivo sing I'm Here, because it is just life-changing, and she sings that song like it's easy, and it's probably one of the hardest songs written for, like, a female character in all of musical theater, and she is just slaying it. So, yeah, go see The Color Purple. It's really, really great. Heather Headley is in the show right now, and I think she is in the show into September. She doesn't really have an end date, but rumors are like September 5th, around there, is going to be her last day. So yeah, go catch the show with Heather Headley if you can. If not, go see it anyway, because it's wonderful. So yeah, that's all for now. Bye-bye.